Sana Zwelakhe have a poor character judgment. He cannot judge a person. I know they say you cannot judge a book by its cover, but at least you must develop a character judgment, a good character judgment. So it's not Zwelakhe trusting Umhlaba. Zwelakhe goes as far as saying that he wants Umhlaba to be a chief negotiator for his lobola so that his lobola can go well. And of course, this does offend his uncle. You know, he asked, why? You don't trust me? And Zwelakhe is like, no, it's not like I don't trust you. It's because I think Zwelakhe at that time, he really felt like Umhlaba is happy for him. And he felt like, you know what, since he feels like Umhlaba's energy, therefore he will trust Umhlaba with the lobola negotiation, right? Not knowing that Umhlaba has been doing illegal transportation using the Mkhize logistics trucks. So Mhlaba has been doing some illegal shenanigans using their trucks, the company trucks. And when Zwelakhe find out this, like, I was so scared for his life at first because, like, he is approaching unknown people that he does not know that these people could be armed. He's approaching them. He's alone by himself. It's at night. Well, unfortunate for Umhlaba, he was in a truck and he tried to run away. But unfortunately, he was catched by Zwelakhe. And as soon as Zwelakhe realizes, Sana, the shock in Zwelakhe's eyes, as soon as he realizes that this is Umhlaba, his brother, his well-trusted brother. I mean, earlier on, they even had a conversation where Zwelakhe was even saying, you know what, Umhlaba, you really don't have to worry about your daughter's school fees. I will make sure that everything is covered. I will pay for her school fees. I mean, when do you get a family member who offers you such a big relief that they will take care of your child? What a huge relief, okay? Where do you get that? Where? In which world do you get such? So I'm like, now after that moment that they had, now Zwelakhe is going to realize that Umhlaba has actually been stealing from the company and doing shenanigans business. We all know how Zwelakhe is just streets and he doesn't play when it comes to business. Like, he wants something to go with protocol. He doesn't play with the company like that. You know, he does not want to see the company collapse someday. So he does not play. And now I'm like, wow, you know, this is beyond sad. This is beyond sad. And the sad thing here is that Gwabe, Mhlaba's dad, actually did find out that Umhlaba is doing some shenanigans, but he actually gave him his blessings. He was like, my son, okay, you don't want to die poor, or you just do not want to die poor. If doing some illegal shenanigans help you get ahead in life, go ahead, do them. So I am just worried. I'm not going to lie. I am so worried about the relationship between Zwelakhe and Umhlaba. Also, Zwelakhe just received good news. That's the lobola negotiations should go ahead. And now this, you know, and the one person that he truly did trusted, which was Umhlaba. This is why I say also Zwelakhe does not have a good character judgmental. Like, he struggles to just judge people accordingly. So I'm like, now he just also find out Uguti, you know, he does not have pure intentions. So yeah, this will put Zwelakhe in a tricky position. I wonder what is he gonna do, because as right now he needs those people. He cannot afford to fight with Umhlaba, and he definitely cannot afford to fight with Mhlaba's dad. So, you know, when you need people, but people have made you so mad that you just want to cut them off, but you can't cut them off because you need them. I feel like that's Zwelakhe's position right now, when I'm just like, oh, Sana, I don't want to be in Zwelakhe's shoes. Like, I really don't. Sana Bahumi and Zwelakhe ate the forbidden fruit. Now, their excitement was short-lived as Obahumi got busted. Of course, she was called by one of her sisters, and it was on a FaceTime video call. And Uzwelakhe just appeared on the video call shirtless. Kesana now Bahumi has to go and explain this whole ordeal to her family. Now let's talk about Mapaseka. Oh, Sana Mapaseka, the way that she has just fits in within the Mpogazi or the Mkhize's family. Mpogazi has welcomed her with warm heart. This makes me to question the pregnancy. I know that Paseka have not given me reasons to doubt her, but the way her baby daddy refuses to acknowledge and accept the pregnancy, and if anything, he is quite annoyed by the fact that his family are very much welcoming to Paseka. Okay, so Paseka is just fitting in, and she sees herself living with the Mkhize family, and she does not want to move out of the Mkhize family. And the way that Mpogazi treats her, even telling their helper that, listen, you need to cook food for Paseka because she is in the situation. And I'm just like, I don't know. Hey, nowadays you can never trust anyone, okay? DNA test is needed. And I'm not really trying to paint Paseka a bad person, because really she has not given me a reason to paint her otherwise. But still, hey, you can never really know. Now, it seems like Uzwelakhe will receive one of the greatest news this week, as the Mtaunges are willing to write a letter to set the lobola date. Finally, it seems like we are about to see the biggest wedding on Guababa, the one that we have been patiently waiting for. Now, of course, my biggest fear here is that someone will definitely, most likely, try to sabotage Uzwelakhe once again. But the biggest question is, will it go through? Okay, will whoever's trying to sabotage Uzwelakhe, will they succeed in trying to sabotage Uzwelakhe? Or this time around, Zwelakhe's uncle is just gonna back off and allow the wedding to happen? I do not know, but I guess we are about to see this week. Lwazi lwasoft uthando lukaZwelakhe and Bahumi. Oh, Sana. I mean, we all want such love, okay? Kind of love. Oh, mates, please locate me. May Zwelakhe's kind of man please locate me. Lalela, soft love, Kesana. Uzwelakhe decided to take Obahumi to show him where he comes from and to explain how important it is to honor his ancestors all the time. Now, for some reason, this week we are going to watch Mr. Motaung changes his mind about Uzwelakhe marrying Obahumi, and he even sent the letter to the Mkhizes to say, listen, if you guys are ready for Lobola negotiations shall take place. And I'm like, ooh, love this for Zwelakhe and Bahumi. But guys, do you all think, because I do you all think that somehow Dumisani will find a way to sabotage Uzwelakhe again? Like, if this marriage or this wedding between Bahumi and Zwelakhe doesn't happen, because I can already tell that it's gonna be the wedding of the year. It's gonna be the talk of the town. Sana is giving soft love. It's giving all in the above. So I'm like, Dumsani, please step aside. Please step aside. We've been wanting to watch this wedding, and this wedding better happen, okay? Because we have been looking forward to it. we have been looking forward to it. And when I say we, I mean myself and you. You know. So yeah, guys, Zwelake's and Bahomi's love life. Oh, Sana is giving softs. It's giving soft, Galoku. It's said that Zwelake is really surrounded by people who extremely hate him. First, it's his uncle. Now it's his half brother from his uncle's side, who still is making like shenanigans with Amatrage. It seems like Amatrag are still working or doing illegal work, and they are still profiting using Amatrag through illegal work. But also it seems like this week Zwelake will find out, okay? And I want him to find out and fire that brother with immediate effects, because like not a man like Zwelake, he cannot be surrounded by hypocrites and people who just don't like him. Sana, I know when we are watching Kwababa, we are more interested in Bahomi and Zwelake. But today, I just want to talk about Umxolisi and Ukhethiwe. Sana, the way I complimented Umxolisi on my previous video for agreeing, to tell his mom that, Ma, perhaps, you have overstayed your welcome. You need to leave my house. Leave me and my wife to enjoy as newlyweds couple, But not Umxolisi Sana changing on Ukhethiwe. As soon as they tried to sit his mom's down and told her that, listen, Mom, perhaps it's about time. It's about time that you leave us as newlyweds couple, to do things that newlyweds couple do. Not Umxolisi's mom faking to faint. Sana. Oh, Sana, not Umxolisi. Be like, oh, Ma, you are faking this fainting thing, and I'm so worried about you. What is wrong? And he goes as far as asking Kethiwe to call the ambulance, And when Kethiwe just gave the face, I was like, girl, that's exactly what I would have done as well. So later on, Umxolisi comes to talk to Kethiwe and says, listen, Kethiwe, I'm the only one that my mom have, my mom only have me and no one else. So I don't think perhaps it's a right time to try and chase her out of the house right now. I was annoyed. To say I was annoyed, it's even an understatement. I was just like, Sana, lomfana, what on heck is he saying right now? So Ukhethiwe was like, you know what? It's fine. If you're saying your mom ain't going nowhere, then your mom ain't going nowhere, but I will leave. I'm like, please, girl, please stand on business. Stand on business and leave this man with his mom. And honestly, I get where Umxolisi comes from. Your mom is your mom. You can never really desert her, But also, like, guys, parents need to know, and they need to learn this at a very, very young age. Early age rather, when their children are still young, that at a certain point they need to let go of their children. They need to allow their children to live their life and back off a bit, Also not having other children, I think it's a problem. It does seems like in the situation of Umxolisi and his mom only have Umxolisi and no other children, and perhaps because Umxolisi was the only child, so his mom really did get to hang to him or hang on to him for like the longest time, even when it was unnecessary. He gets to hang on to him for the longest time, even when it was unnecessary. So I do feel like I feel sorry for Umxolisi, but yeah, what he's doing also because he's controlling. At some point, you're like, okay, perhaps if you were a mother-in-law who just sits down because you clearly want to live with these people, zip your mouth and appreciate whatever those people does for you, especially your your daughter in love. Just appreciate whatever that she does for you. Don't be too demanding. But she is too demanding. She wants Uketiwe to be a domestic wife, and Uketiwe is like, I am not having that. Like, that's not gonna happen, not now and not ever. Yo, I am so pissed at Uzwe. Like, why does he keep on trusting Udumisani to be his chief negotiator? Even when Uslindile insists that she wants to be part of the Lobola negotiations, not Uzwe. Like, he puts all his trust on Udumsani. Dumsani, the only thing that he wants to do is to keep on sabotaging Uzwelakhe. Like, this man though. I can't with this man. Like, I cannot. Okay, so on last Friday, Uzwelakhe asked again Ubaba Mkhulu wakhe to say, listen, Dumsani, I trust you. Please go negotiate, get a date for me so that we can go and pay Lobola. What did Dumsani go and do? Sabotage Uzwelakhe. Make sure that he angers them Taungis even further, He went there and just sabotage the whole thing. Talk about that them Kizes have a case, and should Bahumi join them Kiza family, she will just be stuck up with a case. And I'm just like, at this point, I just want to punch you. I just want to punch you because you are trusting the wrong person. But it does seem like this week, Slindile will finally tell Uzwelakhe what's going on and try to tell Uzwelakhe, listen, the last person that you should be trusting Udumsani. Udumsani does not want you to have a wife, okay? He does not want to negotiate for you, and he does not want to see you married. And there is a huge big drama coming this week whereby Obahumi will be in a huge argument with her parents because her parents are really refusing to give her the blessings to marry Uzwelakhe. And she's like, you know what? Either way, I cannot stay under your roof anymore. I'm an adult now. I need to move out of here. And I think that's just going to cause a whole lot of commotion in them Daunge family, because obviously they don't want to lose their daughter. They do not want to lose their daughter. I do think that Bahumi's mother will result going to have a heart-to-heart or a woman-to-woman talk with Uslindile to say, this cannot go on. And I do feel like, izinto masbanjwa impokodo. I do feel like once Bahumi's mother and Uslindile sit down and they really have a talk and an understanding, they will come into a solution, and the Lobola proceeding will definitely go on. Shame on you, Dumisani. Now let's talk about Ketiwe's mother-in-love. However, that woman is exhausting. She is definitely exhausting. I cannot with Ketiwe's mother-in-love. Oh, Sana, that woman is exhausting. Exhausting is not even a word. Because what do you mean? Like, she complains over everything. Ketiwe is a lazy makoti. Ketiwe should be domestic wife. Okay, she should be a domestic wife, meaning that she should do house chores, and she's just like, Villa, and I can't with you. I am for Ketiwe's husband, though. I'm like, okay, this is how you stand up for your wife. This is how you stand up for your wife, and that's on period, okay? Non-negotiable. This is how you should, against all odds, Kesana, man up and stand up for your wifey. Like, non-negotiable. Hey guys, I think Uzwelakhe is not Mkize's son. The way Uslindile is shaky whenever Uzwelakhe is like, listen, ma, maybe I need to introduce myself emahlozini, as someone asked to Uzwelakhe ukuthi, hey, wena, you need to find your real surname. I'm sorry for that. You need to find your real surname. And Uslindile is shaking Kesana, and I'm like, Could it be? Could it be that Zwelakhe